All right, now that you've completed these holes, you probably were looking at this thinking there should have been an easier way to do that. Let's try and remove these holes and see if we can't find another way to do this. I'm going to take this existing hole that was located in the right position, and I'm going to go to transform, and there's a feature here called rectangular pattern. So when I use a rectangular pattern, it asks for a direction. So a reference element direction. If I select this and I select this line, it wants to go in that direction. So the direction here is a ½ inch from here to here, and this thing was 4 inches. So I really want to go 3 inches from here to here. So I can go and change my spacing to 3 and hit preview. You notice it's going the wrong way. In the pop-up window, you have this feature here. I can hit reverse direction and select OK. And now I've got this hole in this direction. Now, I could modify this because I forgot there's 2 holes over here. I don't have to recreate these or start a new pattern. I can modify an existing pattern by double-clicking it. There's a first direction tab in the pop-up window. But if I want to go another direction, I can select the second direction tab and use a reference element. In this case, for this reference element here, I highlight this field and I pick this line to go in the same direction as this line here. There's an instance of 1. I'm going to change that to an instance of 2. And you can see the distance here is 0.787, which doesn't work for me. Let's try 3 inches and hit preview. So the distance from this hole to this hole is now 3 inches. So if this is 5 inches long and the distance from here to here is 1 inch, and the distance from here to here, or sorry, if the distance from here to here is 1 inch and the distance from here to here is 3 inches, that's 4 inches. So the distance from this hole to here will be 1 inch. So they're equal spaced. Select OK. I'll do one more thing. I'm going to modify this hole. So I want this hole actually a ½ inch away from this edge. I'll simply double click this hole and I'll change that 1 to a ½ inch. Do you see why I like to move those numbers out so it's easy to work with? If I change this to a ½ inch, select OK, pause the video and see if you can figure out how to modify this rectangle to the correct spacing. To change the correct spacing, you simply double click the rectangle. We're at a ½ inch from here, 3 inches here. That's 3½ inches, but the part is 5 inches long. So I need to change this to 4 inches. Preview. What happened here? Let's try that again. Double click the pattern, and under second spacing, the spacing should be 4 inches. I hit tab. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing the wrong one. I should be doing this one here. This direction is going to be 4 inches now. And I hit preview. Sorry, I didn't change that direction right. Double click on that, and we're going to change the spacing in direction number 2. So I select the second direction and change this to 4, which I thought that's where it was, but hit preview and select OK. And now the holes are equally spaced, a ½ inch all the way around. To finish this part, you hit View, Isometric View, and Fit All In. Save this model just like that, and you've completed the exercises on creating pads, pockets, and holes.